I noticed that 90% of the time, there were two fears that stood out. And the first one was the fear of failure. So, with the fear of failure, what if I told you that failure was not only holding you back, but you needed to actually chase failure instead of run away from it? Let's take a look.
Dismissed from drama school with a note that read, "Wasting her time. She's too shy to put her best foot forward." Turned down by the Decca recording company who said, "We don't like their sound and guitar music is on the way out." A failed soldier, farmer, and real estate agent. At 38 years old, he went to work for his father as a handyman. Cut from the high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. A teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything, and he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. Fired from a newspaper because he lacked imagination and had no original ideas. His fiancée died, he failed in business twice, he had a nervous breakdown, and he was defeated in 8 elections. If you've never failed, you've never lived.
So we would say that most of those people in the video were successful, right? But one thing we also notice is that all of those individuals who are successful now or then, because some of them are no longer here, but all of them failed at some point. But yet we find ourselves constantly running away from failure. We run away because sometimes we think that we're not good enough, or sometimes we think that we're not good as the top person in the field. So whatever you want to do, what is that goal or that aspiration or that career? When you look at that person, for example, if I want to be a speaker and I look at the speakers, if I look at the top speakers in the industry, it's easy to get discouraged because they're really, really good at what they do. But one thing I always remind myself, in order to start anything, is every master was once a disaster. Every master was once a disaster. And I repeat that to myself often because I have to remind myself that it's okay to be bad before you can be good. It's okay to be bad before you can be good. And that's one thing that the fear of failure taught me. Now, I say that we have to get more comfortable with failure. So comfortable. And if you think about this, let's say this. If someone is outside your house door, right? You know how sometimes someone rings the doorbell, it might be a salesman. And what do? You just open up the door and you peek out, right? That's because you're not comfortable with them. Now, if someone's in your living room, you're a little bit more comfortable with them. Would you agree? Now, if somebody's in your bed, you probably a little bit more comfortable with them, right? I say that you need to be so comfortable with failing that failure can sleep next to you and you can still sleep peacefully. But what does that take? It takes failing over and over and over again. I lost student body vice president. That was one failure. Came out of college, said, I'm going to start a business on UNC Charlotte campus. I'm not going to take any jobs. It's going to be a business for college freshmen. College concierge. One parent signed up. Failure. Had to go get a job. But all those failures built me up to what I am now and what is continually building me up. And one thing I also say is that some of you, or some of us, are willing to sleep with so many things, but when it comes to failure, you won't even let it inside your house. It's time for you to get comfortable with failing. Stop pushing it off as though it's something that you don't want to do or something that's going to hurt. It's okay for it to hurt. See, failure is like a muscle. You got to flex it. And the more you do it, you want it to tear. And as it tears, You become strong and it becomes better for you. But we always have to push through so later on in life you're not worrying like, how did I get here? I'll meet you at the top because the bottom is getting way too crowded, y'all. Peace.
I learned that fear is just a boundary, and I'm now inspired to do more things on campus, including running for our student body president.
I appreciate the positivity that Mr. Bellamy brought to UNC Charlotte. It was a great experience, and it definitely helped motivate me for what I'm going towards now.
I'm a freshman this year, so this really helped me. The seminar helped me to realize that nothing can hold me back, and as long as I have the mindset that I can do whatever I want, that I can actually do whatever I want. So thanks, Darryl, for your help today. I appreciate it.